Hey everybody, my name is Jesse Loader with eXp Realty, and I'm here with two amazing agents also
Hello.
with eXp. This is Adrian, that's Joe, and so this video in our series here, all about the benefits of eXp Realty, is really going to be focused in on the training. And what I wanted to get Adrian's perspective on first, and she can kind of tell us a little bit about, what does a traditional brokerage offer in the form of training when you're either a brand new agent or maybe you're just coming on board to that company. What does that kind of look like?
Well, okay, so you take your course and you're like, yes, I'm licensed. I can sell real estate. But then you go into your brokerage, you start, and you're kind of like, okay, what do I do here? You still feel like you don't know what you're doing. And you don't know how to get clients. It's so foreign because there's no manual that the brokerage provides you on how to be successful. You're kind of expected to figure it out on your own. So essentially you're thrown into the wolves and you're like, okay, I gotta make something for myself here. So as a new agent, you have all these questions, and typically if you're gonna get a job or be trained for a job, you get trained in it. You get paid an hourly wage or a salary, and the owner of the company makes sure that you know what you're doing. Real estate is not a typical job like that. You are an independent contractor and you're responsible for your own success. The broker is not responsible for you. Therefore, they don't provide a lot of in-house training. This is the mindset anyways in brokerages and in real estate currently. They don't provide you a ton of training. They provide you a license and a building to sit inside of and do paperwork. And so you are forced to look outside of the brokerage for more training. You're forced to try and figure out how to swim and not sink. And so in doing that, you have to truthfully spend a lot of money. This is a multi-million-dollar industry for coaching and training realtors. Like if you want to take a decent training program with a decent coach, you're going to spend probably around $1,000 for, say, a 6-week program that's 4 hours a day. There's a bunch of different kinds of options, but the point is that you are going to be paying for that out of your pocket. Your broker is not paying for that for you. So you're going to be paying your fee at your brokerage as well as any additional training that you will need to be successful. And you will need training to be successful because your course that you take to become a realtor is only just the beginning. It almost shows you how much you don't know, right?
Yeah. What I always tell people is the real estate course teaches you how to not get sued, sort of.
Truth.
And that's
or it teaches you that you can get really sued if you do things wrong. But still, you have to learn how to not get sued. So yeah.
But nothing about how to get clients.
Yeah.
Nothing about how to convert, clients. Nothing about how to negotiating. Nothing about how to run your business like a business. None of that. You have to, you kind of left up to your own devices to do that on your own. Now, I know my experience where I was at a previous brokerage and they did offer some really high class training within the office, which was great. But again,
not every experience is like that.
No.
Some places they have a library and they say, here you go, there's training manuals in there, go into the library and read them.
And even when we were provided training at my previous brokerage, I'm still paying for that, right? That was tacked onto your monthly bills, right? That were already more than my mortgage. So, and I think we're going to give us some context here by talking about why eXp is a little bit different. We talked about a little bit about the experience that I think a lot of agents have at a lot of traditional brokers when it comes to training. Joe, why don't you tell us a little bit about the training that eXp does provide on an ongoing basis?
So I think because eXp knows that a lot of people, they like that human aspect of it and being able to walk into a brokerage, and even though they're walking to the brokerage, they're still kind of spending that time to get the answers that they're looking for. eXp realizes this, that because we are a virtual office, they purposely overcompensate with the amount of training that's provided to the agents. Now, like Adrian had said before or in a previous video, that there's up to or more than 50 hours of live training, not webinars, but live training each week that eXp provides to its agents. Now, not all of those hours of training are going to be pertinent and relatable to your business as of today, but maybe it will be tomorrow. Maybe it will be next year.
Yeah, exactly. I know that I've benefited a lot from having access to all this kind of training. And it doesn't have to be really high level stuff either. It's not about how to host the best open house all the time, things like that. That stuff's really important. But what I love about it is that there's a lot of smaller things that maybe you don't think about, where that'd be very difficult to get at another brokerage. When to hire an assistant, when to hire a buyer agent, the accounting 101, how to manage your money, right? These are all things that I don't think are offered very often at other brokerages that eXp has all the time. Now, I mean, you kind of touched on it, Joe, but Adrian, when you let us know about okay, so there's 50 hours plus a week of training. Who's doing this training?
You. The best, Jesse. the top realtors in the company are doing it, and eXp is so smart because they figured out a way to. Well, they've just figured out a way to incentivize everything.
Yes.
They've figured out a way to incentivize top producers to pour back into the other agents in the company. So, and this again is probably a whole other video, but their reward as an Icon agent is the amount of fees that they have paid to the company that year coming back to them. So it's really cool because that's one benefit that they get for pouring back into the agents at the brokerage. So you've got a top realtor. We actually had, I think it was the top previous Coldwell banker. Number two, not number one. So he's still stinking rich. But he decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to be generous. I'm just going to share my listing presentation with everyone in the company today. Yeah. He did a webinar. He shared his secrets. He shared how he presents. To have that kind of opportunity is, it's rare and it's valuable. So we've got top producing not only agents in your city, but in the company as a whole, because we have top producers from other brokerages coming over and they're pouring into us and they're sharing their secrets with us. So it's just not normal because eXp, one of the core values is collaboration. So, okay, what does that mean, core value? Basically what it means is it's not a fluffy word. They've decided this is a key thing that they want to incorporate into the structure of the company. And collaboration is something that they value. So they say, how do we make it so that the realtors can collaborate together?
I can share my personal experience, and the number one thing that drew me to eXp originally was the Icon program, which we've already talked about. Go look at the Icon video if you want to learn more about that. But I was interested, and then when I found out that, listen, they don't just hand out this Icon award to people who sell a bunch of houses. That's part of the criteria, but that's not all of the criteria. And it's mandatory that these agents give back. So the fact that they made it mandatory that top producing agents have to give back, that was the nail in the coffin for me. I'm like, okay, these guys have thought about this. They've thought this through. They've thought this down the road. And we've said this several times now, they've found a way to incentivize everything.
Yeah.
And I think if you look at a traditional real estate brokerage, and I know there's lots of different models out there, but for the most part, it's a really simple model. It's, I'm going to bring this agent on board. They're going to pay me a bunch of money every single month, regardless of how successful they are in this industry. It's completely different at eXp. Yeah. eXp as a company is only successful if the individual agents are successful.
Yeah, right.
And that's shown in many different ways throughout the company. And this is why you said overcompensating the training, right? And I think that's a perfect way to describe it. They go above and beyond to ensure that our agents are successful, because in turn everybody else around becomes more successful as well. So yeah, I think that's great.
Committed
guys.
to success.
Yeah.
eXp.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for sharing some of your experiences with the training and describing how it is at eXp. And again, everybody, this is a whole video series on a number of benefits to eXp. So please go make sure to check out some other videos. And if you have comments, questions, you want to reach out, you want more information about eXp, just check the comment section below, click on that link, and we'll get in touch with you right away. So thanks again, guys.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Jesse.
Thanks for watching.